Hi, guys. So, today, what I want to talk about is knowing your worth. If you ever come across moments where you feel like you're not enough and something or some sort of thing that triggered it is making you feel unworthy, that is the old beliefs dying out. And this is the part where you have to be a bit more resilient and confident within yourself that you are enough. You are enough, and you're going to continue to choose the positive outcome where you fight through those negative beliefs, those limited beliefs. You fight through it because there is nothing outside of you that should make you feel unworthy. We are all valuable, and it's up to us to decide our own worth and our own value, because if we don't see that for ourselves, how do we expect the outside world to see that for us? So when you do see those negative beliefs appear, constantly dwell in the outcome that you want to achieve in life. Don't dwell, for example, let's say I feel really shitty. I feel like I'm a piece of crap or whatever. Don't dwell in those thoughts, because you're going to continue to attract more of that into your life. And the more you attract it and start believing that, you're just going to consume and feel like that is your self identity. And we don't want to create that self identity. The self identity we want to develop is the one we see ourselves from a higher level and how we want the rest of the world to see us. Because until we see that for ourselves internally, that is what's going to get reflected externally. So, the more you work on those limiting projections, the outcome will be better. I tell you this because the hard part is working on yourself, rewiring your brain and thought process until you finally grasp it. It takes, I believe, 27 days to break a habit. And if you're able to break that habit, the outcome becomes better. There are moments in our life where we do have a purging season because we're fighting the old identity with the new identity. But if we are strong enough to fight in between the middle of the old and the future identity, and we stick to the middle and just fight it out, continue to fight it to the new beliefs, don't dwell in the old beliefs, but fight to create the new beliefs that you want, then that is when you overcome that little hurdle and you start to get closer and closer to your goals. And as much as it's hard to get closer and closer to your goals from that middle standpoint, you will see that if you try to not go with the current, but you try to swim. How do I word it? Hold on. Okay, so we're in the middle, and the thing you want to do is move forward. But in the middle, you have two options, forward or back. So once you're in the middle, you have to continue to push through it. If not, if you try to go backwards, you're going to end up in a road where you no longer fit in. And if you're constantly dwelling that, oh my god, I can't move forward, I just want to go back to what it was before, you can't. You just can't. I It's going to lead you to misery, unhappiness. And when you realize that you can't go back, that is when you start getting depressed and anxious because your life is just not where you want it to be. And there's going to be some internal force within you where it's going to say, I am caged up and I need to escape, but I don't know how. And the only way how is to move forward, but it's so scary. There's so much uncertainty and so much unknown, and my brain can only handle this much. Because remember, our brain wants to keep us where it's comfortable. It's not used to new experiences because it sees it as a protective mode. It's either fight or flight, and we don't know what's on the other side. So it's better to stay safe, because at least our brain knows, okay, it's safe here. I know everything around here. But if you're strong enough, resilient, bold, and confident to go forward, you develop a new identity and you're going to create the life you want, where it's more joyful, blissful, at peace. And you will see that every season in your life is going to demand a new version of you. So always remember, without adversity, there's no resilience, and without resilience, there is no change. This is where beauty knows no boundaries. Subscribe to my channel. You want to build more resilience and confidence, because everything I teach you is everything I have done along the way, and I continue to do it because I'm a person that constantly likes to evolve and grow. And I'm also very ambitious. And sometimes I even ask myself, maybe you could relate. I ask myself, what is wrong with me? Why am I so ambitious? Why am I always trying to seek more for myself? And there are moments where I have to humble myself, where I get sad. Like, for example, I was going through a little heartbreak and I had to go outside, and I was just like, you know what? It's a lovely day. The sun is out. The sun is kissing my skin. I have to soak in this beautiful oxygen that my lungs could have, can use, whatever it is. Sorry, I'm getting tongue twisted. But I was I was telling myself, why are you throwing a pity party? Life is great. And other people have it worse than me. And it's okay. Life isn't a race. Life is about enjoying the creation you're creating for yourself. Life is about me enjoying the process of who I am becoming. But so many of us want it so fast and instantly. And this is where I have to teach myself patience, because sometimes I'm a person that wants it now, and I don't want to do the righteous way of waiting. So that is where I'm able to recognize I'm getting so depressive, anxious because I want it now. And I'm forgetting to live life. I'm forgetting to enjoy the process, because one day I know when I grow old, I'm going to be like, I don't remember most of it. Most of it was a blur. It was about me hustling and bustling. And I remember doing that all in my early 20s. And most of it is foggy for me because I don't even remember. I wasn't present, I wasn't in tune with myself. And that is what I want to teach you guys. Enjoy the moment. Life, yes, the glitz and glamour seems amazing. It looks very attractive, but there's also a good life. For example, my parents are from Mexico, so the life over there, the way I see it from the smaller towns, life is very slow, versus in the US, life is very fast paced. And of course, in the US, we have the glitz, the glamour, the big buildings. It's beautiful, it's attractive. But I think also the slow life is really attractive too, and a lot of people forget that, because so much in Mexico, our years aren't going by so fast. We're enjoying it, versus in the US, our years are going by quickly. So there's pros and cons, but if you're able to balance it and see the beauty in both of them, you will appreciate life for what it is, and you will make the best of it in your life. So, guys, if this resonates, please give me a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.